It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the Dolphins' superstar running back. He's coming off a banner week, over 160 yards in that one. It's the Dolphins and the Raiders, and it comes your way next.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They were winners last time. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They're sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Tyler. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Back to throw. Tyler. He'll dump this off to Achane. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw caught by Achane. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Back to throw again. Completes this one to Pickens. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. The Dolphins 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tyler. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Tyler. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Back to throw. Tyler. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with career touchdown number 75. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in Vegas.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. He'll get this up to about the 44. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. You talk about this Miami defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out. I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. They're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
On first down, Tyler now wasting time going right back to DK Metcalf. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Tyler, pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They'll look to throw again. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Off play action. Tyler. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to the ground, Achane. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, it's Achane. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And the slot man goes in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. On this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Operating from the gun, Tyler. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Patterson's kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed. 2nd
drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Myers. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll go play action. Howell. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Tyler. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Point after try forthcoming. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down. Back to throw. Tyler finds Pickens out right. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Operating from the gun. Tyler. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Achane. Ooh, the juke. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Operating from the gun. Tyler. Pickens on the slant. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. Operating from the gun. Tyler got his tight end. That's complete. It's McBride. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Up the middle, Achane. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of this season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold their blocks just a little bit longer.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go.
They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Howell now to throw it.
Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy sideline, right?
Sammy sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Howell. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Devon Achane in the offense, ready to go once again.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are.
Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46.
And they'll give this to Achane.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Dolphins.
On the handoff, it's Achane.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A good pickup there, a 22. Looking to throw. Tyler. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Tyler. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurt.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching, offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Patterson's kick is good.
And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there.
The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing?
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Cam Smith.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Devon Achane in the offense, ready to go once again.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Achane going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Tyler.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami.
Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Powell throwing on first down here. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's Howell with another throw.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Howell's throw pulled in by Woods.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
And Howell will throw it.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Here's Smith to return it.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Throwing on first down. Tyler. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Jared Goff. From there, we stay in the AFC East. We head to Buffalo to see what's happening with the Bills. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. John Mechie, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. A touchdown run there for Kyron Williams.
This was an extremely one-sided first half.
One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Back to throw. Howell. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
First down, Howell to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing here, Howell. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. they've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Here's Howell.
And this is caught. Touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Tyler.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Off play action. Tyler. And the Raiders have got him.
Tyree Wilson
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They'll run for it with Achane. 80 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A run now from Achane.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Running left, Achane.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Davante Adams to the field again.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Throwing to start the drive. Tyler. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
Here's a toss left for Achane.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the
Back to throw. Tyler.
He's got McBride here over the middle.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Tyler.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Patterson's kick is good.
And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Now Howell. A short throw pulled in by Woods.
It'll be a gain of 5. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
brings up 3rd and 14.
Back to throw. Howell. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, It's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Las Vegas sending out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Devon Achane in the offense, ready to go once again.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. On 3rd down, Tyler.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Patterson now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Miami set to take over. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Tyler. That is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Tyler.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. Off the bootleg. Tyler. Over the middle, complete. That's McBride. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Here's Achane.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Trey McBride.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins are on their way to a 2-0 start. So, Charles, they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they did.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now Howell. Open man is Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 41, here's second down and 2. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
So they convert on fourth, and now from just outside the 30, here's first and 10. Howell. That's into the hands of Woods.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
From the 23, here's second and a couple.
23-yard line.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
They'll go play action. Howell.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him. And it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because
And now off to the races down the right side.
Inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Devon Achane.
73 yards.
And the Dolphins continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Raiders now set to get the football back.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, They don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
2nd and 6.
Howell down to throw it.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Romeo Doubs is intended receiver.
And it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Another throw for Howell. The short throw pulled in by Woods.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line.
Now Howell. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
It's Howell with another throw.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Miami, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.